It's a time machine!
Hi guys! When I saw a concert from Devin Townsend in my hometown last year, this was what you saw behind him on stage. Some sort of an airship. And I loved it, and I was sure it would be possible to make something like it from trash. So let's do that today. Remember this blue thingy? Finally have a purpose for it. I gathered a lot of other trash and stuff, and let's build. This peppermill top I thought was perfect as an engine outlet. I also used one for my spider bot, and I will definitely save more of those. And with this build I will try and make decisions right away. Don't procrastinate and just glue things on. We'll see if I succeed. But the first bit is on, and I love that it rotates, so my intention is to keep it that way. The bottom of this blue flying thing needed to be closed, and I cut this box divider for it to size. I will use hot glue and superglue with baking soda on this build. A piece of a vinegar bottle can become a window piece for the cockpit. And this cute little not working anymore dog lamp has some nice shapes. I think I will use this for the pointed tip at the front, somehow. But first things first, the cockpit will be visible, I hope, so I wanted to make an interior. I make the outside from pieces of leftover plastics, trying to get the shape fitting. And then I use some cardboard, EVA foam and some tiny pieces from electronics and secondhand toys for the inside. With some masking fluid I covered the white circuit board because I like that as is, with all the little details on it. The rest needed some primer and paint. Trying to make something of the cockpit here. Not sure what to do with the pointy front I wanted to make. But when I glued the window on with superglue, it left a big stain on the plastic. So that's learning point number 1 here. No superglue on these types of plastic. So I needed another plan and I tried it with UV resin. That's way more expensive, but I had no other idea. So if any one of you know how I could have done this, please tell me. I love to learn these things. So I tried something with UV resin on a softener bottle. The first try was very wonky and I tried to sand it smooth. But that was not possible with my tools. Also, sanding UV resin is very toxic and I try not to do that as much as possible. So I tried again, and this time a bigger piece. And why not make the whole cockpit like glass, like bigger now? And on this surface you see the UV resin becomes matte, but that can be fixed with another layer, I thought. But I think I did it wrong. Maybe too much resin? The thin layer was nice and smooth, but as soon as I put more on, I could not get it smooth again. I let it sit for a moment, maybe it will spread out. But whatever I did, it would not become smooth again. And I bet there's someone watching this and knows what I should do in the future. Can you tell me please in the comments or via email? I would really appreciate it. For now, I thought it has to be good enough. It was see-through and it fitted. I drew where I had to cut to size. And then a piece broke off. And I so not wanted to make another one. So I glued the piece back on. Let's say it's a battle damage and that has to be repaired, okay? Let's move on to the side of the ship. Yeah, it still spins. Okay, I want something on the top like a tower. A big wheel on the side. Lots of decorations underneath. And a keel on the bottom. I made the ladder from the same box divider. Not totally the right size, but I will figure something out later. I also had a rudder in mind. I harvested it from this toy. And when I bought it at the thrift store, it still worked. But now I had to pry it out of there. And it broke. Oh well. On with the tower. The spire I could use one of these spikes for. I made one day. And I can glue it on a bead cap. The bead cap can be glued on a toothpaste cap or a deodorant cap. And I cut a piece of it. And the deodorant cap can be glued onto a piece of a syringe. And on the bottom of all that, a cap from a detergent bottle. I glued a few bead caps on like chimneys and I cleaned up some messy glue. In my drawing I put all the windows above the middle, but on this blue thing there are lines and rivets in the way, and I like to keep that. So I decided to put them on the bottom part. I made all of them from cardstock. And I'm getting more and more the hang of all the magic, don't you think? Just some light sanding here and I glued all the windows on. So what to do with the one or better two wheels I wanted to put on there? This piece I found at a thrift store from a broken toy I think I can use. I put some different beads on here for decoration. This ship has of course some type of a steampunk vibe, so I wanted to overdo everything. So this wheel gets nicely decorated as well with some cogs and thingies and stuff. And I found some clock hands and when I put them on, I let you hear my original response to my Eureka moment.
It's a time machine. Yeah. Oh my god, of course.
The of course relates to my favorite band, The Gathering. We discovered them 30 years ago when they had a hit single, Strange Machines, here in the Netherlands. And it's about the movie Time Machine from 1960. So, or in Dutch, dus. I'm building a steampunk time machine. And here also I like very much the movable pieces and I hope I can keep them like it after the paint job. But at this side I forgot to put a spacer on and so it's a bit stiff. I made some decorations with UV resin and some molds. And I still needed to figure out how I was gonna do the front. Remember these bubble blowers from my arcane project? The top thingies I really wanted to put on another big wheel, but I had no other one, so maybe I just make one?
the sun spark and glisten. See a snail race by, my clouds singing wide and to race a new day.
So those were 6 intense minutes, guys, if you could endure it. I have to practice some more of the magic, because I didn't think that was very nicely done, but oh well. And it's prime time. I had to do another layer and I saw some details I had to fix, but other than that, it looks so cool. Yeah, it still turns. And let's get on with painting. I wanted to try metallic watercolor paint because I have it in purple and I so wanted to make this ship purple. Yeah, it's still a ship, but one who can time travel when all the hands and wheels and cogs have turned to the correct positions. Let's see if it will work. Doesn't look okay. What if I smear it out? I think that looks okay. Let's do the rest. Some damage on the engine. I'll address that later. Because now comes the fun part, making everything metal and copper looking. I use copper and metallic paint for this. Duh. And sometimes I mix the two to get another shade. The damage I left like damage and painted a metal color like the paint chipped off. And all the rivets get metal colors too, of course. I have some really old acrylic paint my dad had for ages, over 40 years I think. And at the time the paint was still simply called polymer paint. And the color I needed was still good. It just needed a good stir with a tiny bit of water. I wanted to give all the copper bits a copper patina. And I do this with a few shades of turquoise. I mixed the phthalo green with white. I start with the darkest turquoise, dry brushing it on here and there, and end with the lightest one. Oh yeah, I forgot the rudder. After all the patina, I went over it again with the copper. And I put a tiny, or in scale, a big owl on the tower for wisdom. I did not like how it turned out, and besides, if I would have glued it underneath the ship, it could not stand anymore, and I had to figure out what to do about it. So luckily I hated it. I painted the windows with an acrylic pen, some highlights on all the bolts and rivets. Drops of resin on all the windows and portholes. And at the last minute I decided that energy had to come out of the engines. Like fire or smoke, but different. It's a steampunky time machine. It needs futuristic energy. Oh my god. And for my apocalyptic cyber girl, I used blue matter. And I liked it in this situation also. And I made some erratic shapes from resin and painted them blue. I glued the remaining parts to the ship. And you noticed one wing is missing? I swear I had it somewhere, but during the whole build I never found it. So it's just some damage to the ship, as there are more parts worn out and such, and damaged. So there's that one solved. So it's done? No, it needs a bit of filth. It's an old time machine. I mixed some acrylic to make a kind of a brown color and put it everywhere like a wash, removing the excess with a Q-tip. And it needs some rust here and there. And I mixed paint with baking soda to get some orangey brown color. And when that mixture dries, it's getting some texture. I'm using this method for a while now, and I've never seen crafters and artists use this technique, so I like to believe I invented it. Okay. My channel is called what? Creating Make-Believe? And no, that's not the missing wing. One more fell off. But after so much rust, I think my time machine is done. Maybe I put some fishing wire on it so I can hang it somewhere. And besides of the cockpit, the resin glassy window piece and a bit overboard patina and rust, I think I did okay with my time machine. And of course, I really want to know what you think of this trash build. Please let me know in the comments. And if you have tips for me or ideas or areas for improvement, I will read them all, so don't hold back. And if you haven't already and you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe and hit the bell button. This would so help my little channel grow, I hope. And I hope to see you next time.